Okay, here is part 3 of 8.4. This is the last part. We're talking about dividing rational expressions. So dividing rational expressions, again, is going to be a lot like dividing fractions. So if I had 2/7 divided by 3/5, right, I would flip the second fraction, so I'd leave the first fraction alone. And then I would change division to multiplication, and I would flip the second fraction. And then I would multiply across. So I would have 10/21. So that's what I would do if it were fractions. So this is going to be really, really similar to that. This would be the same process. Just like we did with multiplication, we are going to want to factor because we want, again, to be able to cancel. So whether you flip and then factor or do them in the same step, that's up to you. I'm going to flip and then factor just to try not to confuse the issue. So let's start by flipping the first one. So we're going to leave the first fraction alone. So this is going to be exactly the same way, exactly what it was before. Change division to multiplication. And then flip, right? Flip our second fraction. Okay? So we're flipping our second fraction. So then we can factor. We can already see that these 5s will cancel. So I'm just going to go ahead and cancel them now. Let's go ahead and factor the numerator. So we can take out an 8a on top. So we have a minus 8 on top. And we can factor the denominator. We're looking for something that multiplies to 64 and adds to negative 16. So that's going to be negative 8 and negative 8. It's going to be a minus 8, a minus 8. So one of the a minus 8s will cancel, and we'll end up with 8a over a minus 8. Okay. I am going to erase this so that I have room to do the next one. So if you want to pause the video to finish writing, feel free. Okay. So for the next one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to keep the numerator. Keep the first fraction. And we're going to change division to multiplication. And we're going to flip the second fraction. Now we can go ahead and factor. So all we need to factor is the numerator of the first fraction. So we're going to pull out a 9n. So we have an n plus 8 times n minus 7 over n plus 8 times 9n. So our 9n's will cancel, our n plus 8's will cancel, and our final answer would just be n minus 7. So that's division. Basically, you flip the second fraction, and then it's exactly the same as multiplying after that. So that's all you have to remember with division. It's just flip and then multiply across. But make sure you're flipping the second fraction, not the first fraction, just the second fraction. All right, I will see you in the next video.